other semi-final that we have is Astralis and Virtus Pro. Don't need to say anything about that. You already know just from the lineup how good that's going to be. It will be on train, and from the looks of things, Na'Vi will start on the T side, and SK are going to be on the CT side. So I'm very intrigued. We've seen some truly grueling CT sides from SK where they lock down the map, they don't let anyone in, and you just can't get in anywhere across the map. But
yes,
I don't know, Na'Vi, they look like they had discovered something in that first match.
No, that's, I mean, they had an excellent T-side on, but that's really just Mirage, I think, for Na'Vi. It felt really like they had managed to figure out a new style, the game plan they got. Everybody was hitting their shots as well for Na'Vi, which was very interesting. And Seized, in particular, stepped up. He definitely stood out for me. He's struggled so much with the in-game leader role ever since Simple has joined, ever since the Valve ruling forced StarX to take a back seat where he couldn't call in-game anymore. Seized unwillingly took over that role, but he was the only one who could do it on the team. I'm so happy to see that on an individual level, today he performed.
You see the group huddle there, and it's also become, I think, almost a brand for them at this point. We always see this, and I don't know, we probably don't have a microphone that's close enough, but you always hear them shouting at the end. They really get hyped up.
1, 2, 3 SK.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering. So they are obviously speaking in Portuguese.
Couldn't they have come up with something better, I wonder?
For a while there, I mean, none of us actually understood what they were saying, right? It was just like, oh man, really wonder. And then, yeah, I was just like, actually, we're just saying 1, 2, 3. Our teammate.
Oh man, I'm getting ready for this one. I think both Moses and Yanko were saying 2-0. I think Duncan was saying 2-1. Just in case you forgot, so we're obviously not doing the analyst test in between the maps here, because then it'll be very late. I had a bunch of tweets from people saying it's, yeah, you know, Central European, about 5 o'clock in the morning now, getting close at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for everyone who's still sticking in and watching. I think so far it's been worth it to stay up.
Don't do it, Flavy. Don't change anything. Sometimes you gotta play, they're like, oh no, man, I was missing my shots. Quick, I gotta change resolution. Gotta change my mouse sense. No.
Surely not in the middle of a quarterfinals, right?
I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Knife is over, and it looks like we're getting ready to hop in the game here, guys. The countdown has begun. We're gonna be getting into the pistol in just a few seconds. And yeah, there's Flamey. He had an uncanny ability to get out through A pit on that A site, on T sides, right? Create space for Na'Vi. We're going to see how he's going to fare here on train, considering they're starting on T-side Na'Vi. So I guess one thing is you can say is that Na'Vi will get to set the pace, but I think very early on we're going to see what they're capable of here. If they're going to be able to get their heads fresh after that first map, that grueling overtime map.
Already, he's
not going to get it. Guardian, another kill for him. That's 2. Can he make it 3? Because Phelps is battling with them, but Phelps is roasting alive.
No chance at all. He taps the bomb once, he gets the headshot, but there isn't enough time. He knows it. Pure surrender coming out of Phelps here. The plan worked more or less to perfection. The fact that they got the first frag on upper there meant they only had to worry about Taco. What a round from Na'Vi. And this, I think, is critical. We've talked about this so many times, but they come out swinging like that after the triple overtime. Great sign.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm looking for a match here. This is going to be good. 3 rifles, 2 UMPs for Na'Vi. They aren't messing around either. Not going to skimp in any way. And a good nade count. But once again, it is a little bit of a slower pace, but they could be set up for a split onto A here. The bomb in main, Seized, getting set up for the flash, and Edward going to win the duel versus Phelps.
How did he not just go down? Taco.
Guardian is pinned down with that bomb. It is so difficult for Na'Vi to fight their way out, especially after having committed all their utility to actually getting out onto the site. What a round from Cold. He just made the difference for his team. And now, do we get to see the trademark CT side from SK Gaming, where it's just the lockdown. Phelps gets the first, gets the second. They aren't able to trade. Simple. He's going to be fuming.
Always dangerous to follow more people down that ladder. We've definitely seen people pick up both triples and quads when you just go down one at a time with no flashbangs or anything. Shame, because if they had got pop dog control, they would have been able to sandwich onto the bomb side and get the bomb down based on this wall of smokes that's about to land right here at A. Now, they're just coming in from one angle, and I just doubt it'll work.
Good comms. Good comms, though. Doesn't mean that SK over-rotated towards B. In fact, they're going to have 4 players here. Can they deny the bomb plant? Yes, they can. Fer just there in the nick of time. Great communication there from SK Gaming. You can see the thought process there where they were thinking, okay, do I need to rotate over towards B? Is this the time? But as soon as you count how many smokes are actually coming in, even in the air, you're seeing 3 nades? Right, okay, we know where they are. This is what's going to happen. And a very quick reaction there from SK Gaming, really giving Na'Vi nothing to work with in that round.
No bomb plant, no money. Not that they could have bought anything, but it will obviously help them in the upcoming round. AWP really early on fallen here. And he tends to play over by that Ivy position, and he's so good at playing that one. And he's got Cold already actually going to be checking towards T-spawn, so he knows no one is on that side of the map. Phelps is realizing that's because they're all here. Still picks up 2 quick kills. Taco there in the back, and also with the flashbang in. Edward finding a hard time returning the frags when he can't see anything.
Do not risk that AK, Taco. It is time to back off. Fur, though, might get caught here. Does get the shot onto Edward. He was so very low on HP, and he's going for the hero knife. You got to try everything, Anders. You got to try. Can't fault him for that.
It would have been good.
But that's some aggression right there. Not going to work, though, but that is some aggressive play, and it's aggressive play on all fronts, really. Do you really want to go close quarters when you know that Na'Vi are going to be on pistols in the round? You're pushing Brown Halls, Cold pushing Alley. He could have walked right into 2 people, and they could have gunned him down and picked up his gun, his rifle. So, I mean, risks being taken here by SK Gaming, but they're just trying to pummel Na'Vi right now. Trying to put as much mental pressure as possible on the mix, the CIS mix team. Can't really say Ukrainian anymore.
No, they're a bit all over the place, aren't they? Taco gonna go for an early grenade. Doesn't really do that much. And Na'Vi could not afford the AWP. Because they didn't get the bomb plants down in time, they were lacking the money. Probably would have been glass cannon anyway for Guardian, but I think it would have been worth it. Edward trying to see if he could click far away, and that's gonna be very successful. That leaves alone on the bomb site Taco. And he needs some backup quick. He's actually gonna go before his teammates show up, and that might have been a mistake. Now SKF gotta fall back. There's no chance.
That snuffs the round right there. Oh, what cool work coming in from Edward. Just calmly tapping far away. The boost, clever stuff, but unfortunately Cold loses his teammate. Fallen is gone. Bit of a dive there. Quick thinking from Cold to save that AWP and start backing off, but Na'Vi are already out hunting. Phelps has got a decent spot where they'll have to come at him one at a time. And Cold on the other side of the map. Now the question is whether they can actually save these guns, and no. Phelps is doubting himself. He's gonna go back into the open. This is not gonna work out for him, and somehow he makes it. How does he get the second kill on Seized?
It looked like the timing was the worst possible, but somehow he still lives, and Cold will too with the AWP. So making the most out of a terrible situation there is SK. Still 3-2 the scoreline, and yeah, Edward just getting out on upper that quick, and because Taco's holding down on the low ground, he can't really help out. So as soon as he's alone on the bomb site, I think that's the main problem, is that he sort of panicked a bit and went for that fight before his teammates in the C connector were there, and once Taco's down, they can't even get into the bomb site anymore.
Yeah, it's over. He is the linchpin at that point. That's also a failure on Fur's part, not winning the duel versus Edward. Pushing all the way down the ramp, and that's going to cost him further to take down Seized. And Taco with that HE does tremendous damage, follows it up with some bullets too, why not?
Spray down the transfer right in the face of Simple. Very well done. Taco, that's about time. He ends up playing predictably in that position where he's sort of playing close, then he falls back to the same train every time. Must be very careful, but this time he certainly switched it up. It is a very good transfer here.
That's clean work. Flamey is going to be fuming because that's his usual spot. He loves to play from that angle, and you can see it turns it into a headshot angle. Very difficult for Na'Vi, whereas Taco obviously has their whole body to shoot at. He can just spray and pray. Solid work. HE just peppering Flamey, not too much there. But an eco round now for Na'Vi going into the 7th. It's a 4-2 round. And Cold, this is going to be so deflating for Na'Vi. You win the pistol, you're thinking, great, this is it. You clutch it no less. I mean, it was... That's how you get fired up. And then to lose in the following round, now your life has basically become a nightmare. The double HE towards main, they mess one up, but Phelps, again, very quickly into Pop Dog. I don't know, this is a bit much for Taco, really. 2 rounds in a row for Cold going for the peak there. Glad that he showed some restraint and he didn't commit, because Na'Vi were definitely ready to punish anybody peeking there.
It's really weird. I think Cold was all the way over on the A side. Falling going to be a bomb site, so now it's Simple and Guardian left. 2 versus 5, and this is the fear that anyone on the Na'Vi side would have had going into this game. This CT side from SK is so hard to break. In the beginning, they didn't quite have the utility or all the rifles to deal with it. Now they've had a couple of really good rounds, and the money is, quite frankly, out of control for SK. They have all but one got plus $10,000 in the bank.
And this is what maybe is going on here. Edward doing a lot of talking. Starks and Seized not looking too happy. They need to, I mean, this is almost where I want to see like a throwback to old Existence days, right? Before there were timeouts in CS, if you had a hard eco, Existence, the Belgium leader, he would actually use hard ecos like this as timeouts. Just jump around and T-spawn, run the clock down and talk the round over. But now with only 1 2-minute timeout, you know that Na'Vi would want to call a timeout right now. They're just trying to save it until later.
Wallbang coming out there. You could see Phelps
Please, teammate.
a bit aggressive. Fur actually goes down. It's not bad. Again, any damage, any rifles that can be stolen, any little inch here. Na'Vi don't need a huge amount of rounds on the first half. Just even 5 would do. They would stay competitive in the map. So they just need to think about how to grind some of those rounds out. The fact that they've already have 2 rounds is not that bad at all. And there's Simple taking down coldzera. 2-on-3, and there's Edward with another headshot. Simple will be going down. Otherwise, they maybe could have sandwiched, fallen in, but now Edward's going to go down. Just lack of armor ends up losing him his life. That was a round that was much closer than it needed to be.
Jeez, the money that SK have, though. Unreal. This has been going so well. They've been keeping players alive. 2 guys fully bought up. 3, in fact, above $10,000 still in the bank. The other 2, 8,500, 6,700 on Ferret. I mean, that's ridiculous. SK have very little to worry about at this point.
What can they come up with? It seems like right now what they're doing is simply setting up all across the map and waiting to see if SK will go aggressive anywhere. And that's going to be fine for the next 40 or so seconds, but after that, they need to make up their minds.
They're doing a very good job of managing their nade economy, though, Na'Vi. Have to give them that. 5 smokes still in play. They had 3 Molotovs. Edward just threw 1 out. I mean, they're doing a very good job of saving up, and when it is going to come down to the B execute, they'll have everything they need. But 3 players are here right now for SK Gaming. With coldzera already in Pop Dog, very quick rotate is possible here.
This won't be an easy side to take at all. They have no idea right now, Na'Vi. They have no information to indicate that there's going to be this many people waiting. Fur hiding in the corner. The quick trade there. Edward for coldzera. Fur still waiting by the ladder. He's going to be crouching right in. Actually falls back down. He gets the headshot. Takes down Flamey. Dropping the bomb. Turning around. The 180 spray. And Fur with a quick double. 25 seconds here, and Seized is charging in with a knife out. He pretty much has to. If he wants to try and win this 1v2, it's going to be full speed, jumping down the ramp and making quite a bit of noise. And on the other side, Fur going to close the round out. Triple for him. No one even doing any damage at all.
I wish that we had Simple's perspective, though. Did you see that? He had 2 kills before Fur could go for the 180 and get rid of him. What was happening there? How did Simple get those 2? Taco and Phelps. Cotton connector. Confusing, very tight round there, but still able to make it work. 8-2, and Cold aggro, 3 players here. This could be big. He's gonna charge it right behind him. There's the one, he drops the bomb carrier.
He doesn't realize there's another guy behind him, so C's gonna be walking in, UMP in hand, and Cold must be feeling pretty safe at the moment from this angle. Seized, almost missing the opportunity there. He at least gets the 1 kill, but now they're all right on the other side waiting for him. And with that grenade, they know exactly where he is, so he's completely trapped. He can't even fall back into T-spawn either. And that will be the round. Fallen with a triple, SK 9-2. And if you, I mean, at the scoreboard here, it's just become sort of a wall of blue. 6 rounds in a row here for SK Gaming. This is what everyone was worried about.
And there it is, the timeout. Seas decides enough is enough. We need to slow things down. Every single time that Cold is going aggro right now, he's finding a target, he's finding a pick. This is getting wild. And yeah, we do have Simple's perspective. Awesome. There's one. That was like the longest fight, actually. He was out there for ages.
He's definitely not suffering at all from playing on train.
But again, look at this, Anders. They're all like, this is when you know it's very scary. And Na'Vi had this quality in the first half, in Mirage as well, in the first half going into the second half, where it was everybody within 2 to 3 kills of each other across the board. There wasn't just this one hard carry. It's flipped. SK Gaming, you got Phelps at the top with 13, but then Taco is last with 8. Everybody else is in between. Whereas Flamey has got 1 single kill, Anders.
Yeah, not enough. They obviously need every single player. I mean, they had everybody playing when they were on Mirage, and still they lost eventually. So if 1 or 2 players here is out, I think Seized is also struggling, then you can tell what's happening here. SK are very quickly moving towards the semifinals. Man, it would be very interesting to see what would happen between North and SK.
Absolutely. There is a level of parity there when it comes to aim and firepower. Config and Magisk going toe-to-toe with Cold. And well, I mean, at this point, I mean, Fer has already given us a star performance today. We could see Fer, we could see Cold, we could see Fallen, even Vako.
Ready and waiting. 10 seconds left in the timeout here. Na'Vi about to go into a round where they've got plenty of grenades. They've got the AWP on Guardian. Those are really good signs. The UMP on Simple, I don't think it's enough to really worry about. I think the main problem is still just them getting onto the bomb sites. They're not even losing the afterplants here. They're just not even being allowed onto the sites. Here it is.
Yeah, if you do look, ow.
12th round is coming in. The bomb dropped far back. Na'Vi still just looking for an early frag on anyone that they can. Cold showing himself over at top B. And that slows Na'Vi down. Again, just the fact that he's there for a quick peek means they have to be a bit worried.
This has been so dominant, Anders. In the 9th and 10th round, SK Gaming survived with 2 players. That is the lowest they've been. Otherwise, all the other rounds are 4 players with a couple of 3s mixed in. That's unreal. SK are just so dominant on this map when it comes to their CT side. 9-2. Fallen attempts the shot, but he's smart. He's going to be able to fall back from that position. Very clever stuff. Doesn't overcommit.
And on the other side, no reason, I think, why they're shooting through this smoke right now. Very dangerous if you end up losing that battle. Kako will be going down to Guardian, so that is finally a good start here for Na'Vi. 50 seconds, can they build anything based on this? Look at how many people are stacked on the A side here. Even Cold Zero, who's kind of looking into B, can be at the A bomb side in a couple of seconds. So Na'Vi, with a man lead, probably feel like, look, they can't surely all be in A bomb side, but the fact is they can. And that smoke going up at 30 seconds left in main means how are they going to make their way through? SK have such a good read on this round. It's kind of scary. Phelps will be going down at least. A Simple picking up that kill. Fer takes down one. The bomb trying to make its way through on Edward, and he gets that very important kill. Otherwise, they would have had to try and retrieve the bomb. Sees it down next. 2-on-3. They should be Na'Vi's round. It's all looking perfect at the moment. And Fallen, he can't stop the bomb from going down, but he gets the kill on Edward right after. Goes for a second one, taking down Flamey, and now Simple 1 versus 2. Suddenly, it turns against them, and he tries to get the sprays, hiding behind the electric box here. There's so much time still left on that bomb. Very, very hard for him to stay alive here.
Both have kits on SK as well, so there is time to work with. There's the peek. Simple plays the angle, but Cold hits the shot. And Simple, that's so difficult. He did everything right. He gets that 1v1 duel. He just happens to run into the one man with the AWP, and Cold doesn't miss. And what looked like such a strong start. Here's the Fallen that was missing from SK on Mirage. The high impact kills coming in, making the difference for his team when they need him. He's not falling behind this time around. He's at 12 kills, right behind Phelps.
Again, devastating for Na'Vi. They get the entry. They go for a very good attack onto the A-bomb side, and the whole SK team is just waiting for them. Ultimately, that is also what contributed to that round for the Brazilian side. And again, very heavy stack on the A-bomb side.
Yeah, 10-2. This is it. Cold there with the opening kill. Phelps, even falling, finds a headshot on Edward. Cold Zero, a second kill for him. Na'Vi, they aren't able to trade effectively. They don't have anything going their way. Seized on 40 HP in a 1v3 now. At least he has the bomb. But what do you really hope to do? Because they can leave 2 players on A and just rotate a man connector on B to keep an eye on things there.
I think they just saw where he was. Phelps up on that train. Definitely realizing he can play a deep mind game. He doesn't have to stay in main. Fallen back, and he does actually get tagged up. So not an easy life right now for Seized. That's that one, the last round where they got the bomb. That is the only bomb plant they've had yet. Every other round has been all kills for SK Gaming.
Just silly.
Yeah, that says something about the magnitude of the defense here for the Brazilian side. 40 seconds left. Seized would love it if someone would go and fight him.
35 seconds left. They are thinking that he did go B, though. But still, superior numbers should mean that SK will prevail. This is all down to Seized hitting his shot when the time comes. 20 seconds left. He's leaving himself so little room for error now. There's a man in Pot Dog as well, and Phelps peaks at just the right time. Nothing Seized could do. 11-2. Another big round picked up for SK Gaming.
absolutely amazing. It is so fun to see just how good they are still at this map, and you have to wonder what happens if they get into the finals, even the semifinals against North. Is it going to be a sort of a thing where people just try and avoid this map once again against them? Because that happened for a while, where people just started banning it every single time. We know obviously North are not going to be playing Train anyway, but 14th round is in, and this time
He's got his Scar 20, so why not? Playing retake B right now, SK Gaming. They're figuring that Na'Vi are just going to keep committing to A, and that certainly is the case. Phelps is still in connector, so he can back them up. They haven't seen anything yet, SK Gaming. They're still waiting to see where Na'Vi are going to show their hand. Fur finds a headshot on Simple. We don't even see it, but sees now. He's got an angle. Can he find a shot? No, he gets surprised. Fallen and Fur ruin his day.
now Fallen just charging in with the AWP. He doesn't even care. It's Phelps picking up another Steez. Has got 3 kills. The rest of Na'Vi are at least trying, but those 2 players right now are not having a fun game. That's 15 rounds in. We're just starting the 15th here. And SK are looking like, you know, after they broke it in that triple overtime, they were ready to take it on Train for sure.
Cajun is going to have to give Flamey a hug after this. He knows how it feels to have such a horrible performance. When it's all on the line, this is painful. Phelps going for the peek. He's going to get it. There's Edward. Oh, no! The headshot point blank. And then, well, man advantage now for SK Gaming.
With the UMP as well. That must be even worse if you're on the Na'Vi side. Guardian hoping that someone will be hiding close in that corner for sneaking and catching Seized. And that should just spread panic in the Na'Vi lineup. Now, they have no idea if Fur has moved up, if he's continuing to push in behind them. They could be locked in at the moment. I mean, we can tell that he hasn't, but for Na'Vi, this is just a very uncomfortable position to be in.
This is very good to counter, exactly. Excellent work there, positioning from Guardian. He gets a key frag on Taco. Simple will find Phelps as well. So it's a 3-on-3, just like that.
Oh, Fallen. He had the pre-fire. He gets the kill on Simple as well. The bomb is down and Fallen comes through. 3 in a row. Almost effortless. That will make it 13-12. SK Gaming 3 rounds away from making another semi-finals after having added Phelps to the mix. They still look like a world-class team.
Oh, they look stronger than ever. It's not that they looked weak with Fox either. It's almost like the team just kept operating at such a high level.